everyone, come along.
Why not just rewrap the stuff we gave them last year? They'll never notice.
Today is your day, because you were meant for greatness.
I have the soul of like a 70-year-old. I want like true love.
I try and treat people exactly the way they'd want to be treated, exactly the way I would have wanted to be treated.
Love is the great unknown. The idea of romance is kind of what makes me get out of bed in the morning.
It's not the thought that counts. You can believe and you can think how many smart thoughts that you ever want to.
Childlike, almost naive kind of love that you like to feel.
I didn't feel different. I felt really special.
There's no need to worry. Love will conquer all.
We're having a Wizard of Oz moment right now, right here, in real time. There's a lot of things that we hear in society that we think sound great, and just because they sound great, we think that they're true. Like the trap! They love to tell us things that make us feel good, but then you actually think about it and you're like, that's not true. Love conquers all. Love conquers all. Everything. Are we really gonna say that? Who even came up with that?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je porte lunettes de soleil. Je veux m'en venger. Merci beaucoup. Je hurle. Oui, oui, baguette. Bisous.
Clichés are terms, phrases, or even ideas that upon their inception may have been striking and thought-provoking, but become unoriginal through repetition and overuse. The word cliché has French origins, which is why you'll often see it with the accent over the E. When printing presses were used, the cast iron plate that reproduced the words, phrases, or images was called a stereotype. The noise that casting plate made sounded like cliché, meaning click, to French printers. So this onomatopoeia word became printers' jargon for the stereotype. Thus, cliché came to mean a word or phrase that gets repeated often. Love doesn't conquer all. I hate to break it to you. Spoiler alert. Love can't conquer all. One, because you guys don't even know what love is. A lot of times when you ask people what they love about their partner, it always has to do with themselves in some way. I love them because they complete me. They're my person. All the girls have saying, you're my person.
Watch over these for us, okay?
He's a provider. He makes me feel great. He gets along with my family. I love him because he completes me. People think that that's a compliment when they say, I love the way you make me feel. But if that's one of the top things that someone listed as what they loved about me, I wouldn't be thrilled, because it's like, we're in the I love them for ... is I love them for the person that they are. As long as we love each other, everything will work out, right? That's what they say.
Best day ever!
Every rom-com, every romantic movie. We're looking at you, Disney. We're looking at you, Hollywood. Let's look up like the #1 cause of divorce, just to prove that love doesn't go. 10 most common reasons for a divorce. Infidelity. Could love conquer that? Yeah, I think it could. #2, financial issues. Could love conquer that? If your kids can't eat, no amount of love is gonna cure the bodily need for some sustenance. Lack of communication. Love can't conquer that. Y'all just married the wrong person. Weight gain. Ooh, weight gain. We don't stop there, because it's actually hurting at this point. This is sad. The kind of person that wrote Love Conquers All is definitely the Dusty. The Dusty who's really trying to really trying to sell it that love conquers all, right? Like, I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a job. I don't live on your couch. But baby, I'm talking to Dusty. If this is you, I'm talking to you. So how love seems to conquer all when you're in the wrong and you're doing something bad, when you're out of order. But when your partner's in the wrong, when you're arguing, when you get jealous of them, or possessive, love doesn't, I thought you said that, love conquered all. But where did that love go?
I don't love you anymore, Jordan.
You don't love me? You don't love me anymore, huh? Well, isn't that just fucking convenient for you?
But baby, love conquers all. If Make It Make Sense was a person. Moving on. It's not a fucking thought that counts. Try telling your significant other it's a thought that counts when they explain to you why they couldn't resist the urge to cheat on you.
So? Really?
My fault that Carson's boyfriend likes me better than her. He said she was boring, so...
Are you...
Babe, you know I love you. And obviously, like, me with this other person didn't mean anything. And I thought about you while I was doing it. I did it for you. There's so many things that you think about that you want to do that you never actualize. This is the problem with manifesting too, and people's current understanding of manifesting. It's if I really put mental energy into this concept and like will it to happen, and I keep thinking about it and visualizing it, it's just gonna come to me. The person who's like, I'm gonna manifest a Ferrari, but you don't have a driver's license, but you don't have the money to put the gas in the car, but you don't have the money for the maintenance and the upkeeps. Can you even afford a tire change on a Ferrari? Try telling your boss it's the thought that counts. Why didn't you finish the 20 pages I asked you to edit? Why aren't they on my desk? I thought I was gonna be able to do it and I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
You're fired!
You can't fire me, Danny Imperiali. I quit. No, you fired me. That way I could collect unemployment.
I can think about giving my friends $20K all day. I can think about it all I want. Fast forward when the first comes, then the rent is due. And they check their bank accounts and they don't have it. Hey! Hey!
How y'all doing?
Do you think they're really gonna be like, you know, like I know that she like really thought about it. I really love her because she put the thought. It's the thought that counts. That's what they told me to say. Am I on script? It's a thought that the type of person who made up it's the thought that counts is the worst gift giver. I don't really feel the need to change my ways, so instead I'm gonna let people know it's not what I'm really giving you, that it's the thought that counts.
Thanks.
I thought about it, right? So like that effort means something to someone. To someone.
Can't lose. Let's hear it, gentlemen. Clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose. Let's go play some football. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't care how much heart you have. Sometimes the product matters. If you give me a terrible gift, you get a pass. Like, pause. I take it back. I lied. I was trying to be fake humble. Trash gifts are trash gifts. Ask little avocado boy. Everything else, no. Moving on. You're not special. I think people take the you are special and give it a form of entitlement. I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, or I'm wearing X. We're definitely all unique, right? There's like no one like you. But you're not special in the sense that you're different from me and you're more special than the average person. Because when you say you're special, it implies that you're above someone else. If I had 2 cookie jars and I was trying to give it to my kids, which I don't have, and I said, this is a cookie, this is a special cookie, which one do you think he's gonna wanna take? But being unique, 2 things can exist at the same time. You can have 2 unique cookies. Because unique just means different, but not above. Special inherently means placing one over the other, which is the problem, right? Because then you have one that's less and you have one that's better. Versus like, oh, this cookie's unique because like the spots and the chocolate chips are different. Or like this cookie's unique because it has sprinkles. I'm glad we've eliminated that lie for you guys. Rip her up. You're not special, but you are unique. People think that quote originated from the Bible, but it didn't. It's taught everywhere. It's practiced by everyone in the universe. At base value, This one's kind of gonna throw you off. That's one of those things to me that sounds great on paper, and then you try to apply it to certain people and you're like, maybe don't treat people how you want to be treated because you don't love yourself.
People tell me all the time, I'm too nice. People take me for granted. People walk all over me. Guess what? You allow them.
If you think of a person with a lot of confidence, they have this kind of air. It's like, I respect myself, therefore I expect you to respect me. I won't tolerate any behavior that doesn't represent the way that I view myself. So they end up getting better treatment, better jobs, better spouses because they already have this standard of how they want the world to treat them. The concept of treat people the way you want it to be treated works perfectly for people who love themselves.
I got so little muscle definition, I need a muscle dictionary.
Yeah, dude. The only thing you can lift with that body is my self-esteem.
People with low self-esteem feel uncomfortable when the world treats them in a way that doesn't reflect their inner feelings about themselves. There's one of two options that could happen when you're giving someone with low self-esteem such positive praise. They can take those compliments at face value in what you're telling them and then realize they do deserve love. But that would mean that they have to psychologically admit that their whole entire life has been a lie. They could have done better, they could have expected better. Everything that they thought was true in their life is not. The second option is what usually happens. They shrug it off. They don't really mean what they're saying because I don't deserve what they're saying. They're just being polite. The person receiving this compliments doesn't feel that way about themselves. So if you have a person with high self-esteem and a person with low self-esteem in a conversation, it's kind of like unstoppable force meets a movable object. The way you speak about yourself is the way people will receive how you think about yourself, and it's the way that people subconsciously will treat you. She let me borrow her purse for a week and she never asked for it back. Should I keep it? Can I ask her for money? People will only respect the boundaries that you set for them, and if you don't think that you're deserving of great things, you subconsciously want that treatment. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Only if you love yourself and are working on loving yourself. Thank you for coming to the party, and I'll see you next time. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. First of all, that's a bar. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. A diamond in the rough. Nah, you just rough. We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you. Ah, that's not a cliche, that's just a lie. In the nick of time, lost track of time, lasted an eternity. Not really time obsessed. Just a matter of time. Oh, don't cry over spilled milk. Whoever cried over... I know who cried over spilled milk.
That's 49 cents of spilt milk dripping all over my table. Somebody gonna drink this milk.